Hey, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Good to have you here as always. So this week, first video in the new studio space. Yep. So I thought I'd do something completely different, doing another top 8, of course. And this is actually one that quite a few people have requested that I do, and I had no problem doing it because it's one of my favorite movie genres of all time. Zombies, yep, the undead, the walking dead, yeah. Everyone loves a good zombie film, right? Well, I know I do. So, this is my top 8 zombie films of all time. So, let's get into it. Grab your popcorn, grab your brains, grab your Lucille.
I'm just getting started.
And let's get into the top 8 zombie films of all time. As always, every great video starts with a great coffee. Cheers to you. And hey, if you want to buy me a coffee, that'd be amazing. All the links are in the description below. Alrighty, so kicking off the list at number 8 is one of the most fast-paced, probably one of the biggest budget films on this list. It is World War Z. It is a fast-paced 100-mile-an-hour action flick with zombies that are 100 miles an hour, and yeah, really hard to stop, really hard to get away from. Movie does feature Brad Pitt, unfortunately, but he does play a good role in the movie. And it's basically him trying to find a cure for the zombies and to escape them, and it goes all around the world. And yeah, the greatest thing about this movie is how fast-paced it actually is. These zombies are scary, man, how quickly they turn and how quickly they come after you. That's why it's on the list, and that's why it's number 8. Alright, so coming in at number 7, this is a great movie, and this is actually one of the few comedy zombie movies out there. What goes better than zombies and road trips? Well, you'll find out in Zombieland. Zombieland, great movie featuring Jesse Eisenberg, Woody Harrelson, Emma Stone, and Abigail Breslin. Basically, this is a bunch of survivors that find each other, get together, and they go on this road trip to a theme park because apparently it's a safe haven. Lots of antics along the way, absolutely hilarious, and there's even a riotous cameo from Bill Murray. Well worth watching if you love zombies, if you love comedy. You're gonna love this one. Go check out Zombieland number 7, and don't forget to double tap. Alright, so coming in at number 6 is an absolute classic movie.
The Return of the Living Dead.
It is a George A. Romero film. Now, if you know zombie films, you'll know who George A. Romero is because he pretty much started the entire franchise. This one's a bit more satirical, and it involves punks, and it has an absolutely killer soundtrack, of course. Now, this is a classic in many genres, including punk and skinhead movies, and, of course, zombie films. Now, I love Return of the Living Dead. I watched it many times. I always laugh when I watch this movie. And, of course, the zombies are a little bit, hilarious, but a little bit more fast-paced in this one than the original. So, go check it out. If you love punk, if you love zombies, if you like killer soundtracks and just riotous movies, go check out Return of the Living Dead. So coming in at number 5 is another comedy zombie film. Yeah, this one is Shaun of the Dead. This is an absolute riotous British comedy starring Simon Pegg, who plays Shaun, and his best mate, who basically just go through life doing nothing until a zombie apocalypse happens, of course, and yeah, all the hilarity ensues of them trying to escape, and then Shaun becomes a bit of an unwitting hero in the movie. This is an homage to the original zombie film. Simon Pegg was actually a huge fan, and so he did this movie to celebrate zombies, of all things. Great movie, lots of hilarious lines in this and lots of hilarious scenes. If you haven't seen this movie, you've been living under a rock, but go check it out if you want a good laugh. Shaun of the Dead at number 5. Alright, so coming in at number 4 on the list, this is another George A. Romero film. It's actually his return to the screen, and he returned with a vengeance for this one. Land of the Dead.
J. Romero's Land of the Dead.
Land of the Dead is actually set in the future after an apocalypse has already happened, and all these survivors in one city and basically created a civilization essentially. You know, all the while zombies are on the outside. But the zombies are changing. Yeah, they're growing and developing. And that's what Land of the Dead is all about. It's about these zombies. The movie actually stars Dennis Hopper and John Leguizamo, who are brilliant actors. Dennis Hopper does a great job in this movie. And yeah, his end, it's fantastic. You've got to check this movie out. Land of the Dead, one of my absolute favorites, and it's at number 4 on this list. All right, so we're getting down into it. Coming into number 3, one of my favorite zombie movies of all time, and it's actually now become a bit of a franchise. 28 Days Later. This movie, when it first came out, when I first saw it, it scared the crap out of me, to be honest, because these zombies were fast-paced, they were scary. I mean, it was Rage Virus that created it all. Now, this movie features a very young Cillian Murphy, and he plays a fantastic role. This movie was so gritty, and it was quite a dark movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I've watched it multiple times. And then, of course, they actually spawned sequels, as I said. 28 weeks later was the follow-up, and soon coming out is 28 years later. That's coming out very, very soon. Keep an eye out for that. But if you haven't seen it already, go watch 28 Days Later and then 28 Weeks Later. You won't be disappointed. Alrighty, so here we go. Number 2 on the list. Of course, it's another George A. Romero movie, Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead.
Now, Dawn of the Dead is basically centered around a shopping mall, and they did do a remake of this much later, which wasn't that great, but I loved the original Dawn of the Dead. I thought it was an incredible movie. Again, one of those dark apocalyptic movies, you know, where everyone's in this mall and they're trying to survive and fight off the zombies, and then trying to fight off outside forces, which just happen to be a whole bunch of bikers. And of course, there are some absolutely hilarious scenes in this movie, whether it was intentional or not. But in the time, those movies were scary. Looking back at them now, not so much scary, but they are great zombie films. So, Dawn of the Dead, number 2 on my list. Alright, so here we go, number 1. Everyone knows what it's going to be. Of course, you can't beat the original, Night of the Living Dead.
Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah, George A. Romero's 1968 classic film, Night of the Living Dead, pretty much created the zombie film genre. You know, and so many classic lines from that movie. We can hardly believe what we're reporting to you, but it does seem to be true. The dead are coming back to life and seeking human victims. This movie, although it was very basic, it was a pretty small budget movie, it really shocked people and it left an impact. It became the greatest zombie film of all times. Love it or hate it, it is at number 1. And it's because George A. Romero did create the entire genre. Aside from that, the movie is actually quite scary if you look at it, especially back in the day when this first came out. It would have scared the crap out of people. No one had seen anything like this before. And there are elements of that movie which still spook me, definitely. But absolute classic movie, and it is available on YouTube. There is a 4K remastered copy of it, and I'll put links in the description below for you all. So there you go. Number 1 on the list, George A. Romero's Night of the Living Dead. Alright, so there you go, zombie fans. There's a whole list of top 8 zombie films, and these ones are actually ranked by the internet. Yeah, this is according to popularity, so I didn't even choose them this time. But thank you so much for tuning in for another evening. Always appreciate you being here. And hey, see you on Sunday for another awesome video. Got another great one coming up for you. And if you're new to the channel and you want to keep seeing my videos, you want to keep supporting me and supporting my channel, many different ways you can do it. You can buy me coffees, you can buy my merchandise, sign up for Patreon, memberships, all that good stuff. Yeah, I have it all. All the links are in the description below. Go check it out. And hey, I'll see you on Sunday for another awesome video. Have a great week. Peace out. Love and light to you.